Hi, my name is Elena Vacchelli, and I'm Associate Professor of Sociology here at University of Greenwich. I'm also a member of the Greenwich Borough of Sanctuary group. In this short presentation, I will try to provide an overview of the work that we are doing in the borough in order to earn Greenwich an accreditation to become a borough sanctuary. This work is being done with fantastic organizations based in Greenwich, including, well, first ourselves, the Center for Applied Sociology Research, which has recently changed name into Center for Communities, Activism, and Social Justice. And as you will see in the report has the old name that is in the process of changing now. Also, the Lewisham Refugee and Migrant Network has been crucial in putting together this report, and other fantastic organizations that have collaborated include Greenwich Citizens, which is the Greenwich chapter of Citizens UK, Creating Grounds, an amazing organization that does inclusion of migrant women through the arts and different participatory strategies, Greenwich Inclusion Plan, Smile Angels, Trinity Vineyard, Together South, English for Action. So all these organizations are working together, meeting quite often in order to meet the criteria to turn Greenwich into a borough sanctuary. So in order to meet some of these criteria, that actually include learning, embedding, and sharing the values of the city of Sanctuary, some of these organizations have worked together to set these listenings in place. Listenings are a mix of formal and informal moments where people with lived experience of migration as are listened to. So thanks to this mix of informal and formal moments, more than 400 people in the borough of Greenwich have been involved, and this really included a range of migrants who are currently residing in Greenwich, including migrants of West African origins, Arabic origins, but also Nigeria, Iraq, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Hong Kong, France, Uzbekistan. The participants, as part of these listenings, have been asked whether they have been able to build in Greenwich the type of life that they were envisioning when they came here, and what helped in achieving this, and what could be improved. So what the research participants said is that they really appreciated that they felt safe in the borough, that they consider their schools as important and key resources for the community, where they can connect up and learn about resources that are available. And they also said that they really appreciate the fact that there are volunteering opportunities in Greenwich. The research participants for this report have highlighted also areas for improvement. And the areas for improvement that they have highlighted really include, for instance, different range of issues. Some of them are about rights, some of them are about healthcare, some of them are about housing or cultural and language barriers that they are experiencing, and some of them are about work. So just to give you some examples, from the perspective of rights, several migrants who are who don't have a clear migration status or when they're still seeking asylum, they have no recourse to public fund, meaning that they cannot access benefits, including housing. They also raise the fact that they often feel targeted by the police. From a healthcare perspective, the people who were listened as part of this exercise highlighted that they would like to see mental health tackled more effectively. They have raised the fact that they experience language barriers and a fear of accessing healthcare, especially when they fear that their local GPs or hospital are going to get in touch with the Home Office as part of the hostile environment practices. From a housing perspective, the issues that have been raised range from temporary accommodations to the condition of the housing that they are provided, and really the lack of affordable housing, which is a well-known problem in London. And from a cultural and language barriers perspective, the information on ESOL could be improved. There is a lack of trust from local authorities, and also interestingly, they raise the fact about gender differences in accessing local services, because women tend to access services much more than men, and men are more fearful of being deported, and which is one of the reasons why they tend not to access local services and hide if they know that the migration status is uncertain. In the field of work, one of the really often reported problem is that of the skilling. To conclude this very short presentation are some recommendations that have been put forward in this report and that the group is working on. The first one is really trying to build a network of safe surgeries, so surgeries that don't have a contact with the Home Office officials for deportation or detention of migrants. Also, one other recommendation is really try to build trust and a person-centered approach in housing. One interesting recommendation which really resonate with the City Sanctuary movement in the US is that of removing embedded Home Office officials within the council. And others include great signposting of services, including ESOL, improving translations, and also maybe perhaps creating more community centers that are specifically targeting young people and the elderly. Anyway, I couldn't cover comprehensively the whole report. I gave you a really short summary, but you can read more about the report in this website here, which at the moment is only accessible via Lewisham Refugee and Migrant Network website. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed the event today.